So now that you've gone through all these steps and you're much wealthier in the brain for all sorts of cool sales, marketing, and other tactics as you go through life, conflict resolution in families and private life and finance and what have you, I'd like to just walk from stem to stern. I got a little sheet here, or a little digital sheet that I'm going to go through as my mental notes as I'm going to walk you through the entire sales process here from how I see it. Number one, your number one job as a salesperson is what? Build a relationship. How do you build a relationship? By front talk. You front talk, you vocal mirror, you physical mirror. You ask them questions, you get part of their life, you become friends, and then from there you build that trust. And in that trust, you can do just about anything together, including talk them off cliffs if they're feeling depressed. It's that friendship that allows us to get through really deep things in life. And well, buy simple things like dishwashers if we so choose. Then from there, after the front talk is done, we ask them pre-qualifying questions, which is the first, if we would you close. And we want to get the first objections in advance, or the assumptive close. Obviously, you're going to buy a dishwasher today if we could find something that blah, 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 based upon what you've communicated with me. Because what you've communicated with me is X, Y, and Z. Therefore, if we did X, Y, and Z, we're good, right? Or am I missing something? Oh, they want X, Y, Z, and L. Okay, so if we did X, Y, Z, and L, is that everything? Oh, I'm missing something else. Okay, so X, Y, Z, L, P, Q, and apostrophe Y. Okay, so we did X, Y, Z, L, P, Q, and apostrophe Y. Did we cover everything? Yes, I think that's everything. Therefore, now you have a qualified individual, you've pre-qualified them. And during this process, you also get an understanding of their buying strategy now. It is now, is it the quality of the dishwasher, the speed of the dishwasher, the efficiency of the dishwasher? What is important of that dishwasher? Because now I know the talking points that I need to give. Because that's now the next thing, right? Then close that, the qualifying pitch, and then I get into giving the very first parts of the dishwasher. Yes, is high quality. Yes, it's good on water savings. Yes, it does everything you'd like, and then I close it. Obviously, you would then move with this dishwasher because I think, because you, in my opinion, meant nothing until they told me what they wanted. So I can therefore say, I think this is a good fit for you because you said blah, 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 blah. Is this correct or am I missing something? And it gives them the opportunity to say, no, you're missing something else. Okay, great. So we got X, Y, Z, L, P, apostrophe Q, Y, and square root alphabet. And then I got the full alphabet. And then I can continue on from there. So I have my pre-qualifying pitch. I give them that pitch, or the first two elements are. Then I ask a committing question, just like I did. Did I miss anything? They give me something. I then identify with the objection. I agree with that objection. Yes, I totally forgot that you also need your dishwasher to be able to drive your car. I know many dishwashers don't do that, but I don't know how that slipped my mind. We'll make sure that's done too. If we can do that, that's great. I'm being ridiculous now, obviously, of course. But then I ask another committing question to close it. If we had a dishwasher that drove your car, blah, 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 did I cover everything? Yes. Okay. So then I know. And there might be sometimes things that a dishwasher can't do. A dishwasher can't drive a car. So now I got to move the client away from that. I got to say, well, you know what? I'm not aware of a single dishwasher that is able to drive a car. So if you can let me know that you found one, I'd love to see it. Otherwise, we might have to move away to that concept and maybe having a self-driving mechanism on another tool or app, and then have your dishwasher do your dishwasher. Does that work? Can we meet there? Does that make sense? Be like, well, no, I really want it to drive my car. Well, now you're moving yourself from qualifications here, because I know you're a little bit off. There's no way you're ever going to get that. Good luck finding it. Rarely will you find someone like that. Or it then becomes, yes, you're right. A dishwasher can't drive a car. They're two different utilities. So I think I can look over that, especially if blah, 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 blah. And that's another beautiful thing you can do as a salesperson. It doesn't do this, but in essence does this over here compensate for those failings. Oh, I never knew it did that. Those features. Oh, I don't need it to drive my car then, because it can run this little radar system that allows my kids to drive themselves or what have you. And remember, if you don't know the answer, you don't have to have the answer. You go back to front talk, you know the person, and you think in the background exactly how you're going to contend with these issues as you go along. And the cycle will repeat itself. They're going to then go and give you the next objection. You're going to agree with the objection. You're going to cancel the objection. You're going to conditionally close or assumptively close the objection. And you're going to go back to the beginning again. You're going to add more information, which is going to create an objection. And then you're going to agree with that objection. You're going to empathize. And as you move, establish a relationship and front talk through it, cancel the objection, come back to front talk again, and then go through and add the next bit. And you run circle after circle after circle. So every time you qualify the objection to see if it's real, you quantify it to know all the details that are hiding behind the scenes, and then you cancel it, right? And through this process, front talk will save you, and you just run round robin over and over and over again. So the sales process, the time, the tempo for the close is actually decided by the client, and it's dependent upon them and not upon you, because they can end it at any moment in time by not adding more objections. And every single time you're going to find an objection, you're going to overcome it. And if you don't, you can let the sales process end there. You missed that sale. You can reserve the right to call them again after you figured out how to fix it, and call them, close them tomorrow. Or you leverage that knowledge for the next person coming down the pipe. No matter what, you're winning because you're gaining your expertise in your market of choice. I actually enjoy being a noob. It gets frustrating sometimes knowing all the permutations. That's when you get bored. It's great when you're in a new learning curve. So you share one or more selling features and you spin that circle again. You ask committing questions as you go. And then finally, when it's all said and done and you now know the big alphabet that needs to be done, you have a relationship, you feel like old friends, you then can now handle the final close where you say, okay, so what I'm hearing from you, Nathaniel, is that X, Y, and Z, and Z, and Z, and Z, and Z, and P is what you needed. To what I see, X, Y, Z, 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 and P is what this does. So I think there's no reason why you wouldn't be able to go home. Notice the negatives I put in there, a double negative. Normally as salespeople, we never talk negative. I only talk negative at the end of a call because I want to give them the ability to say no. At the beginning, I always try to keep it positive even. But obviously, there's no reason why you wouldn't do it. It's like, no, I wouldn't do it. He gave me a no by saying yes. It's hilarious. There's no reason why you wouldn't do this. And so it's like, yeah, no, there's absolutely no reason why I wouldn't sign that contract. So I guess I got to sign that contract right now. And especially because I put in the words today, all through, or right now, or in the next 30 seconds or minute. And it's like, yeah, I'll sign it today. That's no problem. And then from there, they sign the contract. And then to alleviate any buyer's remorse or whatnot, you go back to front talk. As always, front talk is your friend. Then you go now into the actual other product features and benefits. Did you know it has an extended warranty? Did you know they can also do these other elements? And then you smile and nod and you walk through that process and you've done your post-close. And then from there you have, and of course, any possible final objections will occur, which you're going to overcome. Therefore, you're getting now into the cognitive bias, the positive positioning that they have mentally. Therefore, they're not going to get buyer's remorse and go back on a contract the next day. And if there is, then that's okay. It's just more objections. And you walk through the same process you went through the first time. Again, that's fine. You just walk through it again. And then from there, you do your post-close, you set your follow-up, you set your timeline, you get referrals, you make that happen, you go back to front talk, and you set up your follow-up plans. You make sure you follow up with them, make sure they're happy with their purchase. And at that time, that follow-up is a beautiful time. It's normally within, let's say, whatever, a day, a week, a month, whatever it is for the sales cycle, the product or service that you're doing. And right at that cusp of, oh my gosh, everything you said was dead on. It has delivered. It has delivered to the nth degree. And that's when I'd say, excellent. I'm so glad you're happy with your custom meat order. Who else do you know that could benefit from something like this? And the referral process begins. That's the picture. Life's a pitch. We all die eventually. We're all living the pitch as we walk through it. And as we do it, we're going to have a lot of fun doing it. There's nothing scary about it. Just break it down into bite-sized pieces and work the different closes as you go. And most importantly, make new friends, make relationships. Quite often, they'll be lifelong.